Hi y'all, what's poppin'? What's the deal? It's your boy JP. I got another one for y'all today. We're gonna be tapping in with Mexico's most wanted drug kingpin, the war on drugs. So this is the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, which is Mexico's deadliest narco empire. So this is just another cartel video. I've been doing a lot of cartel videos, man, and it's been crazy the things that these people do. But we're gonna jump right in and make sure you like, comment, subscribe. If you new, turn on your post notifications on so y'all know anytime I drop a video. And yeah, let's check it out. This is the most wanted drug lord in Mexico currently. One. Damn, they gonna start it like that?
In early August, violence exploded in western Mexico.
Golly.
Roads were blocked, cartel gunmen cruised the streets at will, and in the city of Guanajuato, 25 outlets of a popular convenience store were burned to the ground. This was not a random eruption of violence or rival crime groups fighting over turf. This was a coordinated operation by the Jalisco New Generation Cartel, or CJNG, specifically designed to disrupt an attempt by the Mexican military.
Yo, you know what I find crazy? Like, they really look like if they was in the army and stuff. Like, they well prepared, big guns, they got uniforms and everything. Like, this is a serious empire out here, man. And you could obviously get away with that stuff like in countries like that, in Mexico. Like, out here, if it's not a police officers, you ain't seeing nobody with no uniforms and no big guns, which is crazy. I know they gotta be terrifying for the people that really live out there, to live under those conditions and them pressures, and to see all the craziness that they do is wild.
Arrest two of its bosses, and it worked. The two bosses, known as Double R and El Apa, both got away. The Jalisco New Generation Cartel have become known as Mexico's most violent and dangerous drug empire, and the most serious challenger to the mighty Sinaloa cartel. But how have they achieved this? How have they risen from nothing to command a paramilitary-style narco army? And amid rumors that their leader is actually dead, could they be about to disintegrate into chaos?
Oh, their leader's dead?
Like many modern cartels, the CJNG got their start with the destruction of another older cartel. The Mencho cartel was founded back in the 1970s by the Valencia crime family in Michoacan. By the early 2000s, they'd grown to become major allies of the Sinaloa cartel, particularly notorious for their role in the crystal meth trade.
The Mencho cartel used to be one of the most financially powerful cartels in Mexico.
But in 2009, the leader of the Mencho cartel was captured. And in 2010, the local Sinaloa boss was killed by Mexican special forces. This led to
so they took advantage of that.
Cartel into rival factions.
The Mencho cartel splintered over, and one of those splinters was Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación, the CJNG.
Las casas pues ya no son las mismas, todas están balaceadas. Antes aquí es donde estaban los Jaliscos. Esto era la barricada de ellos, todo esto. Pero quizás aquí tenían unos 20 pistoleros. A lo mejor dos aquí, dos allá, pero se tienen que estar rolando.
And 20 gunmen there?
This is where Nemesio or Cervantes, or El Mencho, comes onto the scene. El Mencho had been working in the narco trade since he was a teenager, crossing back and forth between Mexico and the US. He married into the Valencia family, creating an alliance that would eventually grow into what became the Jalisco New Generation Cartel.
The economical power behind the Cartel Jalisco. They literally started with avocados, so they were farmers. They literally started moving from avocados to chemical precursors to make drugs.
Every day I find something new about Mexico, man.
Okay,
Mexico produces a lot of stuff, low key.
Like their avocados from Mexico and their meth from Mexico.
Since they formed, the CJNG's calling card has very simply been to make themselves the most brutal and violent cartel around. They dress in army-style uniforms and make a great show of using heavy military-grade weaponry.
And in July, footage would emerge of that CGNG.
They got the Mexico flag and
these gunmen call themselves the Elite
Prince
and pledge allegiance to El Mencho. They're armed with assault rifles with grenade launchers attached to the barrel, heavy machine guns, and also this gun.
Yo, that's a real military.
This is a 50 caliber sniper rifle. It's a powerful weapon that the CGNG loves to show off.
Where organizations like the Sinaloa cartel will often lead towards bribing police and politicians, the The CJNG tend to rely more on intimidation and the threat of extreme paramilitary violence.
They have a very intelligent strategy, which is basically branding themselves and looking like paramilitary power. They do have their
they definitely do a good job at it.
CJNG on their vests. They dressed as properly military. They also have these high caliber guns. They have what they call those monstros, which are really basically what man-made tanks, you know. So their firepower is incredible.
The CJNG learned many of their methods.
I'll be asking this question in a lot of the Cartel's videos, man. I still haven't got the question pretty much answered. I know they said Mencho, which is their boss now, you know, he's like the leader or whatever the case may be, and they said he was already around the cartel situation for a long time. My thing is I just want to know how the hell like one individual get to the point where he says, oh, I'm gonna create my own cartel, whatever the case may be, and everybody just follows behind me. Like I wonder what the hell is the qualifications. Like, are you somebody just with money, power, and connections? Or are you some type of savage that people just follow behind you? I don't know how the hell these people just come to the top and be like, yeah, I'm the boss of this, or does it get handed to them? I don't know. I got a lot of questions when it comes to that.
It's from an earlier hyper-violent cartel, Los Zetas, who they originally fought a major war against.
Damn.
Even with help from the military, making El Aguaje livable again won't be easy. This is the Jalisco cartel commander in the area, fighting from his armored truck.
They letting shots go like a motherfucker.
Soy el comandante aquí en la región de Michoacán, comandante aquí del Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. A mí no puede haber alguien que diga secuestramos, robamos o extorsionamos. Nosotros no nos dedicamos a eso. Nosotros nos dedicamos, somos narcotraficantes. Nosotros producimos.
So they drug dealers, according to them. They don't extort people.
Eso es de lo que el papá de nosotros hace el dinero. Esa es la empresa de nosotros.
Despite what cartel propaganda may claim, their links to extortion and brutal
violence
against civilians is well documented.
Yo sé quién es mi patrón, señor Don Mencho, una persona muy honorable y las personas que lo conocen saben la calidad de persona que es. Si yo no pensara de la forma que yo pienso, yo no perteneciera o no fuera parte de este cartel.
But what sets the CJNG apart from all other rivals, even the Zetas and the Sinaloa cartel?
Yo, it's crazy the times that we living in where you could really get interviews with people that's really in the midst of all this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could really do interviews with cartels. Yeah, he is, hiding his face and all that, but the fact that you could really get an interview with somebody that's really part of that life is crazy. Because I know back in the days, them people was trying to stay away from cameras as much as possible.
Is their willingness to directly confront and attack the Mexican military itself.
The latest cartel target, Mexico's military. The Jalisco New Generation cartel took the fight to the next level,
even talking about
shooting down a
SMBC
military helicopter with a rocket-propelled grenade.
In May of 2015, the CJNG used RPGs to shoot down a military helicopter
RPGs.
thought to be tracking El Mencho.
Call
They've
of Duty.
undertaken organized assassination campaigns against officers of Mexico's elite police units and used armored cars to attack the convoy of the president of Guatemala.
So far, we can say that Jalisco New Generation is enemy number one of President Enrique Peña Nieto's government.
Meanwhile, the CJNG have also pioneered the use of weaponized drones to attack both the security services and rival cartels.
¿Un dron o qué? Ese mero. ¿Dónde está el dron? Está volando derecho arriba. Hay un dron.
Yo, they watching.
The Cartel Jalisco, they are very well consolidated.
They don't even need lookouts how they used to have back in the days. They're gonna follow your ass this whole way through.
Really organized attacks against the Mexican government, and all that violence is only to have leverage in the negotiations with the government, with politicians, right? They create these chaos to go and sit with the local politicians and say like, okay, do you want more or shall we negotiate this stuff?
The CJNG are now recognized as such a threat to US national security that there have even been moves to officially designate them a terrorist organization. This is partly down to the fact that they've been pumping fentanyl into North America and fueling the region's opioid crisis. The CJNG is now the cartel's only major rival in the amount of fentanyl being manufactured and smuggled into the US.
The DEA says his cartel, Cartel Jalisco, or CJNG, is responsible for roughly a third of the drugs entering this country by land and by sea.
The two main ports where precursors are coming in from China. It was my understanding that there was people from China and from Colombia that were called upon the Cartel Jalisco to come to Mexico to teach their cooks how to make methamphetamine and fentanyl with those precursors.
Around 2019, something crucial changed for the CJNG. El Mencho disappeared. He'd always been a reclusive leader, never attracting the publicity of characters like El Chapo. But reports and rumors began circulating that he was completely removed from the day-to-day command of the cartel. And perhaps that he was actually...
This is news to me.
So with all the rumors around El Mencho being dead or very ill or out of the cartel, that started, I guess they started like around 2020 when people...
Yo, do y'all think these rumors started just so that, I mean, they still gonna look for him, but for the US government or just the Mexican government just to back up off him, kind of in a way?
We started reading about El Mencho being out of the Cartel Jalisco. I reached out to two middle range commanders inside the Cartel Jalisco Nueva Generación. One of them believed that he was just literally just out of the cartel. He's well, he's alive, he's just like stepped up or stepped out of the cartel. And the other guy believes that El Mencho is actually pretty ill or might even be dead.
Without a body to show,
that's good. Even his workers don't know.
Offering $10 million in reward money for evidence leading to El Mencho's capture. But in the absence of clear command, factions within the CJNG are beginning to assert their own independence, causing increased violence.
Tomito, el dron, güey. Tráeme el dron. El dron. Tráeme el dron, güey. Las pilas.
This is live action, y'all. Oh, he got hit. Damn.
This is a transformational moment for the Jalisco New Generation Cartel. They may be able to hold together and continue their brutal reign at the top. Or they may dissolve into infighting, as many other cartels who expanded too fast for their own good have done before. For the Mexican civilians caught in the middle, it would be hard to say which would be worse. And whatever happens, as long as there is a multi-billion-dollar market for illegal drugs, there will be violent, organized crime groups ready to fight for their share.
We'd like to...
Alright, y'all, this is the end of the video right here. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I mean, to be honest, this was news to me as far as El Mencho, which is the boss. I've never heard that, you know, that he was dead or anything like that. From all the videos and stuff that I've watched, for the most part, you kind of hear just the stuff that, you know, his crew or his cartel does. Is not really, aside from the fact that they say that, you know, they looking for him, kind of, obviously, because he's the boss. But you don't really hear too much about him. I didn't know, you know, he died. I mean, the first, was it? I think it was like the first video I've heard. Nah, it wasn't. But he did have supposedly had something to do with that little Instagram dude, 17-year-old, that kind of disrespected him, that he ended up passing and stuff. So I don't know. I'm gonna do my research to see if he is alive or dead, if he did back up. I mean, I'm gonna see what I find, you know, when it comes to that, and I'll probably make a video on it, you know, if I do get, you know, some facts. But if y'all do know, let me know in the comments, did he pass away, or you think that's just a rumor that they throwing out there to get people to back up off him or whatever. But like I said, this is the end of the video, y'all, and to the next one. I'm off this. Oh!